Good day, happy travelers. Vacation travel hacks here, talking about the fantastic Carnival Mardi Gras cruise ship. In this video, we're going to talk about the 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise, and we're going to do an overview of the ports that it'll make on this particular agenda: Nassau, Amber Cove, Grand Turk. We'll also talk about Port Canaveral as well. And the purpose of this is it's part safety. If you're getting off in the port of call, that you at least have a general idea of where you're going. But also, if you can save some money, what if you don't need to book an excursion? What if there's stuff to do right off the boat? It'll be another purpose well served. So let's go hop into it. Let's start off with the Orlando area, and unlike some other ports. This cruise port is a little further away from the airport, certainly comparative to Miami, to the port of Miami. Orlando, while it is far, it's 528 will take you right on down to Port Canaveral. Without traffic, about 45 minutes. If there's construction, an accident, obviously sky's the limit. We went on Thanksgiving last year, and it was fine. It was, still about 45 minutes. There's hotels here. So if you land, it's always recommended, by the way, that you fly in the day before. And if you don't know why, certainly the airlines and the news, whether it's a pilot strike or pilot shortage or storms or aircraft maintenance or really any reason, if your plane is delayed on the day that you travel, you've given yourself no margin of error. And right here, the cruise port, while you're sitting at the airport, there's out to sea, see yas. Unless you bought insurance, you're not covered. At least if you fly in the day before, while there's certainly no guarantees, you've increased your probability several times over that you'll at least catch a flight. So if you spend the night here, I recommend, and we'll talk about it at the end, but GoPort can get you from the airport on down. If you land here, there's a whole bunch of hotels right in this area and on this area that you can stay in. They have, you may want to double check, but hotel to cruise port shuttles are available. And if you're driving, they got on-site parking. This is the zoomed in version of Port Canaveral. Carnival has two places where they embark and disembark. You might see signs, and there's digital signage. It'll say Cruise Terminal 3, and then it'll say the cruise ship name as you drive in, or your shuttle person's driving in that they'll pay attention to. It's really well marked. Mardi Gras will be way down here next to the Victory Casino Cruises, and you can see it. It's huge. Mardi Gras is a huge ship. It's fantastic. Pretty they get you in and out pretty efficiently. Maybe Port of Miami might do a little better, but I felt pretty good about it. When you get on the ship, relax. You're on vacation. You're on what I think is the best ship in the history of all time. And it's worth noting, when you get on the ship, day one, even if you don't think you're going to ride the roller coaster the first couple days, reserve it. I didn't do my due diligence. If you don't know, Mardi Gras has a roller coaster on it. I didn't do my due diligence. I waited thinking, no big deal. Well, it was sold out. And then the day that we could have got it was too windy. So earlier is better if you want the roller coaster. All right, let's go on to Nassau, the port of Nassau. When you get here, I would be surprised if you were the only ship. When the satellite was flying over, there was 4 ships. It's going to be busy. There's stuff to do here when you walk off out of the cruise area, shops and whatnot. I think that the Atlantis, the water park at the Atlantis, is perhaps one of the better water parks in all of the world. They know it, though. Carnival sells it for like $200. You can work directly with the Atlantis on getting in and probably cut your price in half. I do want to caution against that. Yes, you can save money. Pros, you save money. Cons, you're on your own for transportation. And if you miss the boat for whatever reason, it can leave without you booking on your own. Some other things to do if you're not interested in just walking off the boat and shopping or taking a taxi driving around. If you go to the Carnival homepage and you go to Explore, shore excursions. And shore excursions will be available as a sub map for you also once you book the cruise. If you're just here and you're like, man, I'm thinking about doing it, I kind of want to know what there is to do, you're in the right place. The Bahamas, select Nassau, and it'll narrow down all of your options to what's available here. Swimming with the pig. Listen, I'm on Facebook, and people are always talking about swimming with the pigs, pros and cons. And the cool thing about coming here first is you can read the reviews. So I don't necessarily want to swim with pigs. I don't necessarily know that pigs want to swim, but it seems like they're having a lot of fun here. Here some pictures of it. So on any particular excursion that you want to do, there's reviews about it. Don't book this. Do something else. Boat was late. So the cool thing about reading it is not necessarily that the excursion was bad. It's just somebody might have had a bad experience that day. I've seen people leave bad reviews because the bus broke down. So, this person was mad that they had to wait a little bit. And, I get it. Actually, if you take this kind of a complaint to Carnival, they've reimbursed me for a portion of the excursion. And I felt pretty good about that. So, $140 to swim with pigs. I don't know. That's if that's for you though. Hey, you're in luck. Here's the Atlantis. So I got 3 people. That is going to cost me about $600 to do, and or I could go to the Atlantis and get the day pass and do it for about 300. I just don't know. Dolphins, water park, lots and lots of things to do here. If you like to snorkel, want to go to a lighthouse. If you're a scuba diver, there's stuff to do. I believe there's several pages of things to do here. You can even get a bus and just do it your way. $500. Rent a van. They'll take you around. More swimming, $225. And unlike Royal Caribbean, they don't necessarily have sales. Although, hey, if you book this within the next 24 to 48 hours, you'll see for sure you can save 10% on booking your shore excursion. I'm just a little past that right now. Now, this is something I wouldn't mind doing. Snorkeling with sunken treasures. And look, 11 reviews. Perfect. Yeah, look at that. So amazing. Best excursion ever. The best excursion I've seen. Great and awesome. All right, so cool. That is definitely something we can do here. So, all right, so that's the Port of Nassau, and I'm excited about going back. It's been a few years since I've gone on that. Been about a year since I've been on the Mardi Gras, so this is going to be great. The next stop, Amber Cove. We were just here last November. It's tried and true. This is caution. The boat will pull you up right here, right over here, or here. And you have to, it was here. It was definitely because the pier we were walking on, it was in the sun because the sun will go this way. It's a healthy walk, not the longest walk, certainly compared to Progresso, which is I'm pretty sure it's like 3 miles in. This might be maybe a half mile, 3/4 mile, but they do have dudes on bikes who will put you in their little seat and the two of you and they'll haul you up there. I don't know what the fee is, but I'm sure it ain't free. Tip them handsomely. Now, is there free stuff to do here? You bet. When you get off the boat, there's a bunch of shopping here, and over here is a beach area where you can go on and swim. And there's a swim up bar, and it's a good time. Otherwise, Amber Cove also has Ocean World and zip line and take a look here. Yeah, we did a swimming with the dolphins in Mexico, I believe, and the water was not. It didn't smell welcoming. This actually, the water was fresh. The area these guys were held in or played in was humongous. I don't want to say it's as good as being out in the open water. I'm pretty sure a lot of these things would probably prefer to be out and about versus in any sort of containment, but it was significantly larger than the one that was in Mexico. And this was probably, there was a dolphin swim, which is cool. I recommend that there was 3 in 1. Otter experience, sea lion, shark, and dolphin experience. And it was the most hands-on with sea life I've ever had. So certainly worth noting. I'm looking at going on a beach break this time, and I just don't know if I want to drop $300 to go to a beach. So, but if I do, I want to make sure that the reviews are good. And here's, again, the cool thing about the Carnival site. And again, unlike the Royal Caribbean site, we'll be on Royal Caribbean in December. I'm trying to find excursions for that and other videos, a little bit more challenging. The Carnival site does a good job of giving you reviews and pictures. Whether they're real reviews, that remains to be seen. I'll let you know. But otherwise, a lot of people say, hey, this was good. And then there was hagglers. They don't even have Coke or Diet Coke. Wow. So, well, I like Coke and Diet Coke, so maybe I won't do this. That's good feedback. You gotta let them know. Otherwise, here was the zip lining. Highly recommend the zip lining. Zip lining was a lot of fun. My parents and sister who flew down from Seattle, they did the Discover Puerto Plata traditions, and they said that they really enjoyed that as well. Hey, these cabanas, if you're going to get a cabana on your ship, what I've discovered, and this will be my 4th time going to this port, they go fast. So if you want to just take your family and kind of relax on the lagoon, I would encourage you to do that first, to get that booked as soon as possible. And the cabanas are usually like right around here kind of a thing. And so you just kind of like lounge for a little bit. So, all right. Then, yep, zip lining was a lot of fun. Monkey Land. We did Monkey Land on the, Puerto Playa on the other side of the island. A lot of fun. Always fun to do monkeys. Just be careful. They're not potty trained. And that is the Dominican Republic. 3 pages of that, but you get the general gist. And now we'll go to the Grand Turks. Is there something to do free here? Yeah, you're going to pull up right here. And there's a beach right here, and you can get selfies and pictures taken right here. You got Margaritaville, Grand Turk. You can just hang out right here if you want. Make a day of it and swim here and snorkel. And it's free, and anytime you can do something for free that's memorable and fun, I'm all for it. But if you're like, whoa, wait a minute, I want to spend money. Well, you're in luck. Snorkeling and stingray adventures, you can do that as well. There's a beach break. You can get on a boat, private boat. Junkaroo if you need some rum and have a good time on a boat. Look at those people on the bus. They're like, rum, woo, all right. We're just having a great time here. So you got some ATV excursions, and there's limits. You can, if you click on one of these links here, you can see the age restrictions. If there's any weight restrictions, they'll let you know. Like right here, you got to be under 295 and bring closed-toe shoes. So make sure to read the details on the minimum age. Like I thought, hey man, my kid would like to do this. And minimum age 21. He's not 21 yet, so we've got a ways to go there. So we can't do that. Whale watching. Look at that. Boom. A whale coming right out of the water there. Holy smokes. That would, think of the memories there. If you can get a selfie when that's happening, you can do that for the gram. And, all right. 2 reef snorkel. Now this is what I'm talking about right here. The 2 reef snorkel. Anyone can do 1 reef. I'm more of a 2 reef snorkel guy myself. And so you can see the pictures here. Yep, there's 2 people, 1 reef, some reefs, fishes. Oh, they're having fun. All right, cool. And then you can hang it. This looks like it's probably close to Margaritaville here. Got the ship in the background. Again, this is kind of reminds me of that Honduras stop, Roatan Bay. It should be absolutely fantastic. So we're looking forward to this stop, as well as all the stops. But it's going to be fantastic. All right. So final tips and thoughts. Hey, so when you book, you're going to have the opportunity to get like late dining or early dining. Mardi Gras, unlike like the Magic and the Horizon, where you got like 1 theater, Mardi Gras has 2 theaters. They got the one where you kind of embark, that embarkment area. When you get on the boat, turns into a theater. It's a huge atrium kind of like thing. And then, of course, you got the big theater in, I believe it's the front of the ship, which is fantastic too. But what I discovered is, as a best practice, anytime dining gives you the most flexibility for the entertainment. So if we did like the early dining and there was a family friendly comedy act during early dining, we would miss it because normally later in the day, the comedian turns into adult. I can't bring my kid likes comedians. I'm funny. He's, we're all funny. It's fantastic. But we book our dining to be around the entertainment. And anyway, that's a best practice for me to you. The entertainment's fixed. The dinners can take an hour if you're lucky. Sometimes the MDRs, the main dining room experience, can take a little longer than that. And again, I encourage everyone to fly in the day before, or earlier if you can, but day before at a minimum. Of course, you can always fly in the day of, and knock on wood, and I hope it works for you. Port Canaveral serviced primarily by MCO Orlando, but take a look at MLB. Melbourne is actually a little bit closer. My experience, certainly from Atlanta, I would just drive anyway. Melbourne, it's not cheaper. It's a little bit more expensive. But if there's a sale, give it a shot. GoPort, if you are flying in the day before, is a popular option. We used it last time to get from Orlando Airport, the Hilton near the Orlando Airport, out to the port. GoPort's popular. And if you're staying a little closer to the port, see if your hotel offers a shuttle. And I know most of them in Cocoa Beach certainly do. On your way out, it's okay to fly anytime after 12. A lot of, maybe a little earlier, maybe 10 o'clock would be cutting it pretty close, just given the distance. And the other thing to consider is not necessarily the distance from that earlier part in the map. It's the how busy MCO is with Universal and Disney World. There's a lot going on there. Guy's Burgers, you also got Shack. There's so much food on this ship. It's ridiculous. You got the Iguana Cantina for burritos and tacos, and Shack's Chicken Shack, and you got that pizza place on. There's the food. It's fantastic. Of course, you got the buffet and the MDR and all that other stuff. It's good. And then if you have a kid 17 and under, get them in on day one so that they can kind of be new with the other kids. You don't want to bring them in on day two. I made that mistake once, and it's kind of like, everyone, I guess, in one day is just the best of buddies, and day two, you're kind of the new one. So day one immersion while everyone's new is an absolutely fantastic idea. But I also want to just show you a quick little run through here of the cruise ship. And you can get this from the website. If you just like Google Mardi Gras overview, they have a fantastic kind of like, hey, what are you getting into? The ship, it seems big. It is big, but the way they did the space, it's not like too big. They got the roller coaster back here. They got huge water parks, and then they got like who the godmother is, and just all sorts of things going on in terms of the theming. Here is one of the little stages. Hey, this is that side stage I was telling you about. This isn't even the main stage. This is like the secondary stage. This is where the bingo happens, and there's a little bar. They have a chocolate espresso martini. It's good, but I'm not much of a martini guy. Of course, they got specialty restaurants, a couple pools, just so much to do. Red Frog, two-story bar. I was trying to get a shirt, but they were all sold out. Here's another view of that roller coaster. Here's this water park. Carnival has great water parks. Royal Caribbean has great water parks too. But this one competes with most of them. I don't know what Icon of the Seas is going to be like, but this one's long story short. It's fun. We enjoy it. It's a great time, and I mean, this is you can do as much or as little as you want, really. And sky is really the limit in terms of what you can do. They do so much throughout the ship. You can really have a heck of a time. In terms of deck plans, I would encourage you, if you've already booked your room, it's always good to know where the food is. There was a lot of things that I could have taken advantage of. I just didn't, because I just wasn't super aware. And I did plan, but it's 19 decks, and there's just so much to do on all of these ships here. I'm trying to refresh my memory on which one's the Lido deck. I think it's 12. No, I need to go up a little bit more. Lido is it 16? Yeah, it must be 16. Here we are. So we got the Red Frog Bar, the beach pool, Blue Iguana, Seafood Shack, Street Eats. That Street Eats gives you free stuff. That's one of the things that you just go up there and they got different stuff for you to try every day. This area, the deck plans, Mardi Gras deck plans, gives you a chance to kind of see, hey, where's your room, and then you can kind of see like deck 5 here is there's a bunch of rooms here, but take a look at what you're above on deck 4. Rooms, more rooms. Isn't that nice? That's not too bad, right? But take a look at deck 6. So you could be sleeping on deck 5 and deck 6. Here's the dining room, and what if over here's an atrium, and it's stomp your heart out deck party night. I only say that because on the Carnival Magic, I was literally right above the nightclub, and I'm in my 40s. Well, at 11 o'clock, I'm not going to lie to anybody here. At 11 o'clock, I'm asleep. But at 6:30, I'm awake, 6:30 a.m. So, and then we had like DJ, Rifty Roo, slamming down the tracks till 2 in the morning, which is good. A little bit of research would have gone a long way. So anyway, I just wanted to share, hey, Mardi Gras, just want to get you orientated to kind of where the ports is, what you can do for free. And I think we've done that, and it gave you tips. It's going to be a fantastic time. If you're thinking about getting it, I can't recommend it enough. It's a fantastic ship. There's so much to do. And I'll see you in the next video. Travel safe.